It's another beautiful Monday in the city of Lagos. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the conversation here on Lagos Television. I am Abimbola Bello.
Good morning and welcome to the show. I am Ajibola Ojeshola.
Good morning and welcome to the conversation. I am Joy Olu.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adebimpe Omotayo.
Adebimpe, you didn't want Joy to dull you. And you looked at her and you were like, you know what? It looks like we're not on the same page this morning. I'm not going to allow Joy to just pull me back. Joy, what's going on with you?
Traffic?
No.
It's not traffic.
Power supply?
But, well, yes, that's part of it. I'm just...
Woman
the
problem.
body
Renew
is
your
strong.
hope. Things will be better. It's a matter of time.
Ajibola, you don't
Joy
say it
girl.
with so much conviction.
Is what?
You don't say it with so much conviction.
It sounds like...
It doesn't even sound hopeful.
It sounds like...
As long as we are alive, we
There is
must be
hope. I mean,
hopeful.
when there is hope, there is hope.
Okay.
We must be
I hear
hopeful.
you. Right, welcome to the show. Of course, the World Cup is finally over. I know that Ajibola can't wait to gloat. Anyways, let's keep all World Cup issues until the
Let's start the show with
hashtag.
football.
Why does he want to gloat?
I don't know why he wants to gloat, but I know that from the beginning I did say that for me it wasn't about Argentina winning, but then Lionel Messi remains my GOT. Whatever you like, you say. But we'll come back to talk about the World Cup during the hashtag.
Okay.
Because if Argentina had won, you all would have said
not yet would.
they would. I mean, it was.
He was rigged. He
But
was.
Spain won.
I'll say
rooting
my
Spain to
best for the
win.
last.
Yeah, so we'll come back to this, of course, during the hashtag. But how was your weekend anyway? The
Well,
void of the World Cup.
It was good, well rested, except for the
Electricity?
epileptic power supply. It was terrible, Abimbola. I have never experienced such in recent times. And you know, sometimes the quality of friends that you keep might determine what will befall you at the end of the day. Looking at the way I'm seated,
Looking at the way I am seated.
Okay, now me do nana.
I know I said it that
Joy,
day.
keep your darkness in Ariko. Don't bring it to Lagos, please.
Oh my God, I didn't see that coming. Adebimpe, how was your weekend?
It was very quiet. I rested very well, but I couldn't rest enough
Because of electricity.
because of electricity.
No exercise.
It's okay, so that you can feel what
Ajibola
I feel.
Fimile o. Leave me at this exercise. Leave me alone, please.
Joy, how was your weekend?
It was
Looks
fine,
like-
but I was...
Because you're not top shape, you didn't quite enjoy your
Yes.
weekend.
She had fun. She had fun on Friday night.
Yes, I did, but...
Maybe a
Friday
phone.
night.
No, it's not the array phone. No.
Anyway, my weekend.
Are the boys on break now?
Oh, the Wednesday. Oh.
Hey.
I'm dreading it already. But we have no
Full
choice.
house.
It will be. All right, my
Long
weekend
holiday.
wasn't bad. It was just there. Of course, we are back here on the conversation. Let's take our news points for today. Ajibola, do we start with you? Unfortunately, there's nothing politics this morning, but all the same.
The struggle continues.
Okay, let's start with you.
All right, I know many of you will be very happy with this.
No, we're happy. I don't want to struggle.
Minimum wage review. We are battle ready for major national struggle, NLC. The Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, has expressed its preparedness for a major national struggle for a comprehensive review of the national minimum wage. NLC President, Comrade Joe Ajero, hinted at this while making his remarks at the commissioning of Comrade Godwin Abumisi Pensioners Legacy House, multipurpose hall in Abuja. Ajero said it is no longer acceptable to discuss the welfare of workers without also discussing the welfare of those who have completed their active years of service. He advised workers and pensioners to get prepared for the ideological and economical battles that lie ahead. According to the NLC president, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, NUP, is one of the proud affiliates of the Nigerian Labour Congress. Therefore, your struggle is our struggle, and your welfare remains a priority for the organized labor movement. We are currently in preparatory stages for a major national struggle for a comprehensive review of the national minimum wage. However, let me state that it is no longer acceptable to discuss the welfare of workers without also discussing the welfare of those who have completed their active years of service. Accordingly, the NLC will not only push for a new national minimum wage, but also demand the establishment of a national minimum wage pension committee. It's a historical injustice that men and women who devoted their youth, strength, and productive years to the service of the nation should be condemned to live below the poverty line after retirement. Nigeria noted that the cost of living has risen greatly as food, healthcare, transportation have become increasingly unaffordable to working and retired workers. It's a very long story anyway, but those are just the basic elements of the story. So the NLC is gearing up for another struggle. It's been over 2 years now that 70,000 naira was approved as the new national minimum wage. So they're trying to compare the cost of living with the minimum wage, and the fact before us, it's quite glaring that this minimum wage cannot take anybody anywhere. So they will be engaging the federal government very soon for the review of the new national minimum wage, and that will also factor in those who are retired from active service.
Can there really be, an acceptable rate to be called minimum wage? As it stands, the answer is no. But and I think NLC also needs to realize that this minimum wage thing is not paid by just the states. There are also companies that would work by the minimum wage policy, and if you keep clamoring for an increase in minimum wage, at the end of the day, it's going to bounce back on the private sector. They will end up retrenching people. And then at the end of the day, it will be a cycle. It will come back to haunt us in the behind. So for me, I think what NLC should really be pushing for is, again, maybe some kind of, maybe not an increment in salaries, but maybe how certain things can be, can be made available. We've talked about proper transportation. We've talked about housing. We've talked about healthcare. Because if you think about the amount you're using to buy medications as we speak, ordinary cough syrup that used to be 250 naira is not the cheapest cough syrup you find now is between 1.5 and 1.7. Yeah. So if these things are there, and then you increase the minimum wage, isn't it the same minimum wage you still go and use to purchase these things? And the moment there's an increase in minimum wage, these things will increase again.
Everybody will tag along, landlords, transporters, market men and women. And at the end of the day, the inflation will not make sense of the money.
It won't. So this, and as I said, I don't want struggle. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to work. It won't work. So I think what Labour should be particular about is how to get some of these things to work. Incentives from government to workers, as against always asking for more increment in minimum wage. The moment you increase minimum wage, Yarasaki in the market, Babelero in the market,
landladies, you increase the rent.
So it will still come back to the same thing. Let's take the second story this morning. Dollar sale round. Marketers hold Dangote fuel loading, FG steps in. Marketers of petroleum products have stated that the loading of fuel has been put on hold at the Dangote Petroleum Refinery following the facility's decision to sell fuel in dollars. Many marketers told the Punch newspaper on Sunday that the facility was not even loading its trucks, sparking fear of possible fuel tightness across the country. But the refinery denied the claim, arguing that fuel loading was ongoing within the Lekki-based plant. Petroleum marketers said they suspended large-scale fuel loading in the last few days as they await clarity on the new pricing template being adopted by the refinery. They also await the cost of newly imported petroleum products. The development heightened uncertainty in the downstream petroleum sector, with marketers wary of buying large volumes of petrol at the prevailing prices, only to see the cost of the product fall shortly after. National Publicity Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chinedu Okadike, in a telephone interview on Sunday, said marketers were being forced to adopt a cautious approach because of the uncertainty surrounding the next price of petrol. He said the uncertainty has been worsened by the expected arrival of new crude supplies and imported petrol, whose pricing template remained unclear. Okadike said marketers were therefore reluctant to load large volumes because they could not predict whether the price of petrol would rise or fall after they had purchased the product. According to him, the uncertainty has not completely halted the distribution of petrol, but has significantly reduced the volume being loaded by marketers. I'll leave it here. Honestly, I don't even know what to say, because many times we've been here and we've talked about the attitude of the marketers, and there's always this back and forth with Dangote Refinery. But I know that, for a fact that since Dangote Refinery started, we haven't had cause to queue for fuel.
Yeah.
We haven't had the cause to suffer as Nigerians. So how it is that, we will now continue to move from what certain people want, I really do not get it. And I think the marketers really need to know what exactly they want. You cannot make profit at your own. You cannot determine the kind of profit you will make. You'd have to look at the entirety of Nigerians. At the end of the day, what exactly is the problem? At first, you would say that Dangote is not selling at some particular price. Now you're complaining that he's not selling in dollars or he's not selling in naira. All shall show that you can import. And I'm not sure government has said you cannot import. But of course, there are certain criteria that must be met. Why is it that there's just a problem from this Dangote refinery?
Local refinery, and they feel that they should decide.
Hey, they should put money together and build their own refinery.
It's a matter of decision. I think they're just trying to bully Dangote into all of this, because why are they now fighting that
So
they have decided to buy in dollars? Maybe you people have been importing.
So do they import in naira?
Is it in
Do
naira?
they import in naira? You do not import in naira. So why do you have a problem that he's selling in dollars?
Is this bullying?
And at the end of the day, we were all here when this crude for naira thing also had issues. And we know for a fact that there's a global market when it comes to oil issues. The Strait of Hormuz still has issues. Why do we just like putting problem where there's no problem? I don't want to queue to buy fuel.
there's no problem anywhere. They are just playing what I'll call bad belly towards Dangote Refinery. This is a businessman that obtained loans from different banks to build these refineries, and you expect him to be a Father Christmas to the Nigerian marketers. It is what he buys that he will sell. And it is business.
Make profit as well.
He's still repaying his loans.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then, okay, they will meet him there now.
I know most times we shout government, forgetting that we're also government at our own levels.
We are all government. It's just the way we see things. Once things don't pay us like this, there's a problem. But once you're milking and you're eating
Milking, that's the right word.
Problem.
There's a particular product that I used to buy somewhere. I don't think you will know that place. It belongs to a very popular politician in Ogun State. I bought it 5,200 and I went elsewhere 3,006.
And there's no problem now. They've just lost. Lost a customer now. There's no problem about that one.
There's a place where I used to buy eggs just at the entrance when you're heading home. And when I go to my dad's place, there's this woman that sells eggs. I said, sell eggs. Pound eggs, 5,006. That place near the house.
7,000.
But that place is a store.
7,000.
That place is a store.
No, the chicken that laid the egg.
Wait now. But that place is a store.
They are both. No. What do you mean by
that
stores?
7,000 shop, he uses
No.
he uses electricity.
No.
You know,
And the
It's
chicken
outside,
that
but
laid
it's
the egg.
outside a store.
Yes.
You don't know the kind
But
of
that
chicken.
woman, Nunko,
It's also a store.
Store, yeah.
Shebi is Omole. He's Omole and Pedro.
we have problem on this side. We have
This
problem on
side
this
is
side.
for people like
It's for
you.
our premium now.
Yes.
People like me.
Let's move on.
Your story.
Let's move on.
Terrible alert. Opposition slapped MD demands arrest. Opposition political parties have criticized the administration of President Bola Tinubu over the presidency's admission that terrorist groups may have infiltrated Nigeria's security architecture, describing the disclosure as further evidence of the federal government's failure to tackle the country's worsening insecurity. The parties, the Social Democratic Party, African Democratic Congress, Young Progressives Party, People's Democratic Party, and the National Democratic Coalition, said the revelation by the Special Advisor to the President on Policy Communication, Daniel Douala, underscored the need for urgent reforms, thorough investigations, and the prosecution of any security personnel found collaborating with terrorists. The presidential aide, who spoke on the Link Up podcast hosted by Echo Room, said the federal government had already introduced measures to address insider threats, but declined to disclose details for security reasons. The presidency's warning came amid unverified reports circulating on social media alleging that a soldier serving as a weapons instructor with an army battalion in Gaidam, Yobe State, had gone missing for about 2 days before being sighted among Boko Haram fighters during an attack on the town. According to these unverified accounts, the soldier's commanding officer tracked his phone to Gashua, several hundred kilometers from his duty post, prompting troops in the area to search for him. The reports further claim he was intercepted at a checkpoint while attempting to travel to Gombe in disguise, and that he detonated an explosive device while being transported back to Gaydam after allegedly overpowering an escort. The claims, which also allege that the information from the soldier led to the arrest of other military personnel suspected of links to the terror group, have not been independently verified. These parties, she want to talk.
You see, I do not really know what they want.
That we don't have
this is the federal government coming out and owning up that, okay, that we know that there are moles and we are doing our investigation. So what else do you want? For the federal government to lie or not investigate?
If they didn't say anything, you would have complained. Now they've said something, you are still speaking.
The same thing they said when those children and their teachers were rescued in Orire. You were complaining that the federal government was not responsive, was not active. Eventually they were rescued, yet you still complained.
This kind of position.
They were not rescued,
they were released.
They were not in
And that they paid ransom.
All the hours.
That they were not in captivity.
I don't understand the color of our problem.
It is well. Let's take your story, Jerry.
Cyber fraud. Lagos urges residents to protect digital identity. The Lagos State Security Trust Fund has urged residents of the state and Nigeria at large to protect their digital identity against theft amid rising cyber fraud. Speaking during a YouTube session on Saturday, the Lagos State Coordinator of LSSTF Campaign Against Crime, Cultism and Other Vices, Dr. Oladimeji Moses, stressed that the training was organized to address the prevalence of cybercrime. According to him, data from the National Bureau of Statistics indicated a rise in cyber fraud, which has resulted in loss of money to victims. Let me just scroll down. They said too much exposure of individuals' identity on social media space puts individuals at risk of digital identity theft, which may be used to perpetrate crime. Residents were also advised that personally identifiable information such as bank details, tokens, biometrics, and other security information should not be displayed on social media to avoid becoming victims of identity theft. But that's basically the thrust of the story. This is not something that you should be reminded. It's something that you should know. You shouldn't put
it's good
information
to remind
about yourselves on social media. If you go to some people's social media handles, you can tell what their life is all about. Everything is there.
So some people really do not even understand how bad these things are, or maybe they do not know when to draw the line or how much of information you really should not give. So things like this will always remind you that your digital identity is very key. And it's also very easy to fall prey to certain scams, certain people who will send you messages, and they will look so much like it's coming from, you know, a legit account or a legit individual. So sometimes when you remind people of things like this, we won't assume that everybody is aware.
And especially now that AI. People are doing a lot with AI.
Clone voices.
Let's just be careful.
Very,
Let's
very
just be
careful. Right, time is fast spent, but let's quickly go on to the X platform this morning, even though Ajibola has said he was waiting to leave the best. The best for the last. How did he even say it? Okay, Ajibola, let's give you the.
The best for the last.
Let's give you the floor now to give your submission.
No. You have the floor. Talk about it.
It's okay. You want to? It's okay.
Okay, Abimbola, just like you, Adebimpe and Joy, I also watched the match yesterday, and for me, Spain was very tactical, and the so-called goats, barely touched the ball. You know, that team was reduced to nothing tactically, and at the end of the day, the best team won, and that is Spain. And why was he crying like a baby?
Well, I didn't cry. I'll start with.
Why was Ghost crying like a baby?
Okay, I'll answer that question. That was his last World Cup. Absolutely.
Okay.
So he had every right to cry.
Was that why he was crying?
Yes, that was his
Your
last
Ronaldo
At
didn't
least
cry.
My
Oh,
own,
because
my
he lost
own
the World
greatest of all
Cup.
time
Oh, okay,
got
go
to the
ahead.
final, took his team to the final. How far did your own go? GOT? How far did they go?
He's still my goat.
How far did they go?
He's still my goat.
Spain only beat Argentina.
My fasting and praying was not in vain.
They were not walloped. They fought.
Whether 4-0
116
or 1-0,
minutes.
Indeed.
your goat
116
lost.
minutes.
He lost. He's now a chicken. Your goat is now a chicken.
What about yours? Yours is a cockroach.
A cockroach.
Thank you. My fasting and praying was not in vain. Argentina lost the World Cup. And I'm so happy.
They won last 4 years.
Joy, you were going to say.
That was last.
They were gallant. They fought gallantly.
Joy.
Who is the current champion now?
They fought.
Spain. Joy, go ahead.
I really want to commend the goalkeeper, the Argentine goalkeeper.
Thank
The guy
you.
really
Yeah, he tried. He tried.
tried.
Okay.
But his best was not enough.
I'm just going to say here that for me, I wasn't expecting
This is just pure
Argentina to
bad
win the World Cup. From the beginning, I was rooting for Spain, and Spain didn't disappoint me. If you look at this competition, from the beginning, Spain played a beautiful competition. Spain, during this 2026 World Cup, only conceded 1 goal in the whole of this competition.
Shows the quality of their defense.
And for me, for me yesterday, Rodri he deserved all the celebration.
Yeah.
But you know what?
It was the player of the
that
tournament.
final was not even it for me.
Hey,
it was the third place match that it was for me.
Oh, England.
It was England and
France.
France. That was the match for me. And that thing just got me thinking that imagine me, where I won't die for France. England ended up beating France at the end of the day.
And thank you, Saka.
And Abimbola,
But again,
we talk about
Kylian Mbappe, for me,
highest goal scorer.
the highest goal scorer of the tournament.
And then, when you look at the English coach, why was Saka kept on the bench
for
so long?
Saka went to the World Cup with injury. You could not have used him extensively because he was injured. And so Saka played at the dying minutes when it mattered most, and he delivered. So, Stephanie, you wanted to kill Saka. If he had been used, he probably would not have been able to.
Congratulations, team.
The best team won the competition,
but Messi
and it was
still the greatest of all time.
Adebimpe, clock it. Yes, clock it. Thank you.
My goal, 07.
Yes, I beg you. Go and sit down. You're cockroach.
Cockroach.
All right. We will take a quick break. When the conversation returns, it will be time to take the first conversation today. And some bit of politics we're taking on the program again. This morning, we are beginning to count down to the January elections. And what do we need to talk about this morning? Political stability and how it will help the Electoral Act 2026 hold its waters. That conversation is after this break.